car 3. Stay on. 305, car 3.
Yeah.
Car 1, car 3 to car 1. Longest point, engine 305, car 3, do you copy? 305, do you copy? Five, car 3. You copy me? 205.
Busco Fire Department. house door.
I say again, we need all the adapters from 5 to 4 and 4 to 5. Yeah, we gotta pick them up here. I'll just come up here real quick.
It's now approximately 40 hours since this fire was first discovered. This is on Sunday morning. Smoldering hay is still very much in evidence. The traffic has been almost non-stop as the curious have been driving by to check out this massive fire at the Ridgeview Farm on the Ridge Road in Champlain. One of the largest and most modern dairy operations in Clinton County was destroyed in a fire that began sometime in the evening on Friday, September 9th. The farm is owned and operated by the Castine family. There are 5 brothers and 1 sister involved. The sister is Carol Castine. The brothers are Ken, Harold, Jack, Billy, and Arthur Castine. This was a farm that was started by their father, William Castine Sr. They milk approximately 350 head. A milking parlor and a milk house were saved, and the milking operation is going on. The cattle are outdoors. Approximately 90 to 100 calves and young heifers were destroyed in the fire. They're on the east side of the fire. They're in the area of the milking parlor and milk house, where a lone Champlain Fire Department fire truck sits in silent vigil. This is on the east side. The wind, of course, predominantly from the west. The smoke blowing in his direction. This again, 40 or so hours following the initial discovery of the fire. As we approach noon on this Sunday, the fire investigators continue in their search to determine exactly how this catastrophe all started. I've imposed on one of the Castine brothers, John Castine, to give us a few answers to some of the questions I'm sure a lot of the people viewing have. John, roughly when was the fire discovered?
About 7:30.
On Friday evening?
Oh, right.
Who was it that discovered it?
My brother, Billy.
What was it? What were the flames, and what was it that made him discover that? I know you guys have been smelling smoke for several hours, hadn't you?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, what did he discover? Were there flames coming out of the front of the building, or what? As the fire investigators are going over the ruins over there, we're going to chat briefly with Billy Castine, one of the 5 brothers and a sister who operate this farm. Billy, I've been told it was you who finally discovered that there was a fire here?
Yes. I was trucking hay that day, and about an hour before the fire really started, I could smell some kind of a smoke, next to the barn. I didn't know if somebody was burning garbage down the road or what was going on. And after me and the hired man, we jumped and we went in the hay barn, the hay mound, see if any of the hay, was heating on fire. But we couldn't smell nothing. Nothing was heating. And then I come back and I began unloading another load of hay at the north end of the barn. And I looked at the south end and it was all on fire next to the big harvester.
Right over here in back of this silo?
Yes, Calvin. Right next to the silo. Right near the feed room next to the silo.
So I assume they're trying to determine now what started it? What are the main suspects? Wiring or in the hay or what?
It looks like wiring from the way they're trying to investigate it, Calvin. Because the smoke smelled like it burned your eyes, and strong, was like a wire. I don't believe it was the hay.
Now this silo here, about maybe a third of the way up, there's a bow in it. Do you think this big silo by the road is lost?
Yes, it'll have to be taken down. It's buckled some. Have to be taken down, some sheets replaced. And I imagine all the sealer around it will be lost. It'll have to be resealed. It'll have to be emptied, and it'll have to be taken down and all.
Is this full? This silo full?
Yes.
Is the feed salvageable, do you know, or what's going to happen with that?
Some fellas said the feed should be salvaged because they're oxygen airtight. So the feed should be good in them.
So outside of being cooked a little bit, it should be good.
Yes.
How about you have what, 8 of these big blue silos? Is that what you had? Or?
I had 8 of them, plus a slurry tank. Yeah. And they were all full of, 6 of them were full of haylage, and 2 we used for high moisture Yukon. The smaller ones.
Were the smaller ones full?
No, 1 was empty and 1 was about half full.
Any idea how many more of these silos you may have lost?
I think there was 3 of them, they say, that was bulging, and will have to be retaken down and replaced with sheets.
So but you'll probably have to check them all out, I'd imagine.
Yes, they'll have to be all checked out for the sealer around it to keep the feed, inside airtight.
Now, what was the loss here? About, I read in the paper, 50,000 bales of hay approximately?
Right around 50,000 bales. Because we had the hay loft was just about full.
Now let's take a little walk around the side of the barn and we'll see exactly what was destroyed here. Now we're in the back of the barn right now. Your milk cows are all out here in this large lane back here?
Yes, we had to put them all, keep them in the pasture. We don't have no buildings to keep them in. Like there's the milking cows, then we put a fence, and then we got all our heifers and dry cows. Go beyond the throughway and down into the woods. We had to divide them.
How many young calves did you lose?
Lost around 100, about 110, 115 in the pens. Tried to get them out, but the smoke was just too strong. We couldn't get them out.
One thing about with your freestalls, it was probably relatively easy to move your milking cows out.
Yes, we just had to open one gate and send them. They went right to the pasture. And I got a couple of minutes, we smelled the smoke. Me and a couple of my brothers, we got right in there and sent them all right out.
I know it was probably, about 4 years ago, you had a fire in this back area just before you caused you to put up this new milk house, and I was just on the scene as that started, and it was very easy to get those milking cows out because it was just open the door and they were all free to begin with. So
free stall, they're easy. There's none tied up. just send them down the alleyways and they go right out.
So the fire department was able to halt it here at your milking parlor, and you're able to keep milking?
Yes, we could save the milk cows and the milking parlor. At least we had a place to milk our cows.
How much danger is there right now? The wind is from the west. This stuff is all on the east side. How much danger is this of catching up again and having another disaster here?
Well, you never know. See, the fire truck stays around the clock day and night, and they keep watching it. If it happens to flare up, they keep putting water on it.
Have they given you any idea how long they're going to have to be here before all this is taken out of here? Are they going to just let it burn itself out, or what are they going to do? Do you know yet?
No, they're looking to get some backhoes in here and move it out. We had to wait for the adjusters. Now they said they get some backhoes and caterpillars and try to clean it up, because it could burn for a couple weeks.
By the time it all burns itself out, it's because it's not burning fast, it's just smoldering.
Yeah.
Well, I know you've had a hectic 2 days here, Bill, and we appreciate you taking time to talk with us. We're talking with Billy Castine, one of the Castine brothers here at the Ridgeview Farm that was destroyed. The barn was destroyed on Friday evening. Total of 18 fire departments, 100 or 200 men battled in vain to put out the main fire, but they were able to save a part of it, as we see here. We're in the back here at the spot where the fire was first discovered. They were unloading hay here, and a puff of smoke came out in this general direction, and within a few minutes the fire was raging out of control in the front part of the building.
I think all three are all right. There's no fire that way.
We just took a walk over next to the manure gathering tank back here. Flames, it says open at the top, and sparks and stuff were flying out here during the fire. And there is a sign. Let's see if we can get position to see it. There's a white sign on the tank. It says no smoking, danger. And there were sparks and things flying on top of there. Very gaseous fumes, apparently very flammable fumes in there, and fortunately nothing happened with this.
Fire truck's still there.